All right, welcome out here today. My controller is foolishly posting a score that doesn't exist. There we go. And the map picked, I gotta troubleshoot this. I apologize, but my first one there is a little bugged. All right, let's see. We downloaded the map files here. It's a pretty neat system for anybody looking to get into replay casting. NGS gives you a little text file that tells you the bands. Suds With Buds band Braxis Holdout. And Battlefield DV Eternity. So they do not like the letter B. BeatGen band Dragonshire. And Sky Temple. Let's see, I updated those. Did my controller update those? It kind of did. I got Dragonshire. That was the only one that we got. We gotta figure out what's going on there. All right. Well, we are going to be live here with NGS Rewind. And we're going into this B West matchup between BeatGen and Suds With Buds. This was actually from 2 months ago. So our last replay cast, we had where we thought, hey, this is going to be on the last patch, but it was actually right before the patch. This one, because of its age, we know is going to be before the patch. All right, so round one is loading here on my screen. The sad part is we don't have any way of knowing the draft because it's an old patch. It does take us into a very loud moment as it reloads the game. I probably shouldn't have gotten to this screen yet while we were waiting for it. There we go. Now it's not show. Oh, it's a good thing we came. Come on, Heroes of the Storm. There we go. So in my headphones, it's particularly loud right here.
Prepare yourselves for battle, heroes.
And it will not give us the options that we wanted. All right, options, sounds. All right, well, our overlay is not going to match on this one. We'll hide that. Hopefully nobody saw our time there. But our blue team of Suds With Buds, we have Travis Party on the Stukov, we have Zloth on the Varian, Nolius on the Blaze, Morales NPC is the Kael'thas, and Amphibigoat on the Tychus. Red team of BeatGen, we have Wono on the Tassadar, Ektar on the Ariel, Linehouse on the Spicy Diva, Snag on the Diablo, and Falstad played by Randy Newman. This is one thing I don't like about the Blizzard overlay, is this bottom thing is just massive. So we do see Varian off being a tall minion over here in the opposing lane. Blaze playing main tank for the team for a moment. BeatGen getting a pretty good rotational advantage here. Oh, Ektar thinking he's going in for the slap. Instead, a 4-man stun. If there was a quest for you, Blaze, like Johanna's Subdue, you would have got it right there. Experience still relatively easy or even between the teams. We're picking up the waves. We're being pretty safe. We still do have the Wii globes at this point, so you can see our globes appearing here. And the Wii globe coming through as well. The patch did remove the small experience globes, which I don't mind that part so much. I think that the small experience globes did exist for a good teaching moment, but they also were perhaps a bit too rubber band for the team that was behind to be able to pick that up, too forgiving, if you will. Alright, so bottom camp picked up by BeatGen. They are fine to just let that camp go, move towards their camp on the right. I do think I would have liked to have seen just a little bit of chip on the walls here, but that's okay. They are ahead on the macro. They're ahead to level 4s. Oh, that's true. I can't jump in with my experience toggle because I'm on the wrong overlay. See how big and obnoxious that thing is. So 5v4 in favor of Suds with Buds, but BeatGen able to just be there and exist without getting in too much trouble. So I've heard good things about this Linehouse Diva, so you know we want to see some good stuff. This one was back in August, Snag. So we've got Wii Globes, we've got Call for Help, we've got No Frenzy Minions, all sorts of stuff still exist on this one. So both teams looking to pick up their camp prior to the objective. Oh yeah, that's true. We have late spawning camps in this one too. Frozen Punisher, a little bit of an experience lead for BeatGen. Yeah, I like the use of the Falstad Global here with Randy Newman. Yeah, I like having Snag in this bottom lane. Diablo just really doesn't do much on the objective himself. Ooh, the taunt into the silence puddle. Diablo does go down. Unfortunately, Ektar being over here couldn't quite reach Snag, and so Snag is the first death of the game. If we were on a Linehouse stream, I'm pretty sure this is where the soundbite of "Ah, my flawless" comes out, because he is no longer has the flawless chance for victory or even a match. Alright, Diva just launched her mech. The good news for her is she is able to get out because of that dual life that the mech gives her. Camp up here did get a little bit of wall and cannon tower. BeatGen has a 36 Shrine Defender lead. This is theirs to cap pretty easily. Two more. Will Snag go down again? It looks like Tychus might just have him. Ooh, I think with a little bit more committal they could have got the Diablo there. Snag is quite low. And Punishers still leap the fence. I do kind of miss that one. I think there was some neat strategy that could be involved for both sides with the Punishers jumping over the wall. I suppose perhaps it was too defensive in nature, and so our Deer Hots janitor decided to remove it and make the Punisher more of a siege weapon and then a team fight once that wall is down. Randy Newman down here picking up a cannon tower, most of a second cannon tower. We do see BeatGen is ahead to 10. They got a couple cannon towers, they got a little fort damage, but they're also that much more ahead on the map. Diablo lurking in the shadows. Yeah, BeatGen, I think I would have liked to see you slightly more aggressive on pushing up on this wall. Leaving Diablo there, perhaps. Although, good dive out. Like that. I'm not a Diablo main myself, but that was some good moves. So 10's about half a level away. We will see BeatGen pick those up first. They're going for their camp now. They don't want to invade this close to 10s. If they were a clean 10, sure, but they are still just a smidgen away. You can see it creeping towards it there. Diva's closer than Blaze, looking for that 10 fight. 10s are locked in. Black Hole, Crystal Aegis, Magic Missiles. Nope, that's not what they're called. Miniature missiles. We see the Acid Reflux for Diablo and the great body block by Diva there to stop him. Snag just being able to throw up all over his enemies with that Acid Reflux. I can appreciate the chores, but just rip down the stinking fort. They don't have Tychus anymore to threaten the Diablo. Now maybe because this is old patch, Diablo's worried about taking too much health, but BeatGen seems happy to just sit back and get some slow macro advantages now. In the current patch, they probably would have dove that and just murdered some fools. I don't actually love the call for help changes. I think the towers are slightly unintuitive, but oh, Diablo in a bit of trouble. Big flank from the Blaze. The Crystal Aegis is going to buy them some time. Diablo healing a lot, but he does go down. So good teamwork, good execution there on the part of Suds for Buds. Snag, sorry you got toasted, but that's kind of the key thing in the Diablo games, is Diablo dying and coming back. Black hole to secure the camp. It's a low enough cooldown that sure, I guess, but the camps themselves aren't that big of a deal. I think we probably could have blocked it with even just Diva Mech perhaps, but no worries. BeatGen's doing well. They've got that camp working for them. They've got the Falstad out in the lane, keeping Blaze off of it, and they get to start this objective right at time. Diva full charge. She's ready to go. Oh, that was a well lined up set of shrine monkeys there. Linehouse bringing them together, and Wono just going zap with Shockray. Ooh, the mech is destroyed without being able to detonate. We see the acid reflux again, and Amphibigoat barely getting away with the heal from Travis Party. Wono says not today, and I'm gonna clean that up with it. I believe it was a Shockray that toasted poor old Tychus. But Protoss are Imba, not just on this patch, but for a very long time. And so Wono just giving us one more evidence of that. Diva working on cleaning up mid lane before she scoots up here to top lane. Unfortunately, I think that cannon tower may not be long for this world. So Linehouse tried. He'll keep the damage off the fort, but the fort wall is gone. Mortar Punisher coming over for our red side of BeatGen. Tassadar is taking tower shots. Ooh, good taunt to kind of stop the Diablo, and he is just getting melted by that minigun from Tychus. The fort is going down. It was a very good defense for what they had, but John Cena does work. Alright. Cheeky slow from Nolius on the Blaze. I do think this fort is BeatGen's to take. Ooh, Wono in that blue airplane, sliding away like a star screen. Ooh, flight to the top. Red team, BeatGen's gonna get all 3 forts off of this Punisher with the macro choices here. Oh, don't give up on it. Don't give up. Alright, now they're in trouble. Wono having a nice play with the black hole there. I was actually expecting a wall first, but alright, a little bit of a lull in the action here. Ooh, Zloth on the hunt. Zloth on the hunt. Gust is committed. We see the wall with the electric fence slow. Phoenix is committed, and we see the big mech drop. Oh, Diva goes down between the puddle and the Nolius and the Tychus. I suppose that's Blaze, not Nolius, but. And now we see Suds with Buds in pursuit. Randy Newman taking some damage. And Diablo, once again, with that lightning breath, just cooking. Now 2 people. So BeatGen does have pressure in both bottom and top, and then the camp in mid will build up the pressure there. So they really don't need to go to mid fort. They're looking for the wallbang here on Stukov. Stukov now goes down. They will be able to bring this wave up, finish the wall, and get a little bit of keep damage. The respawn timers are still quite low, so I don't know that they're going to get a whole lot done, but they definitely want to keep this catapult alive and see how much they can chip out of this fort. Use that big Diablo health pool. Let's see. Oh, this one doesn't even show it. Diablo is full souls, so pretty chunky. I wonder if we click there. Nope, that doesn't show it either. Man, I gotta get better at this casting thing, but they also need a little bit better of interface commands, Blizz. The Ollie OBS, which I use for live casts, is far superior. Alright, get off of that auto follow snag. This isn't the snag show. Alright, 2 ults coming out from the sides of Suds with Buds. We do see the black hole a little bit early there, but BeatGen is now up a 2-level lead. Major talent tier was 16, all 3 forts down. This one is definitely looking like a tough one to come back for Suds with Buds. Snag is trying to watch the angles, make sure that his team cannot get collapsed on. They do now see 3 in bottom lane and 2 in mid lane, so they know they're safe to take that fort. And they're building up for the camp and the distraction for this next objective. Suds with Buds trying to find that level 16 by any means necessary on the experience. Between the camp and this wave, I think they'll do pretty good. And Diva here soloing this, getting a little bit of a lead there. Oh, we have the Odin committed, so Suds with Buds is content to siege here in bottom. Will we see the gust? There it is. Morales NPC thinking of going back to maybe clear mid. Blaze has got it. And now we see a 4-man commit to the defense here. Big taunt on the Tassadar. The Ariel Crystal Aegis getting him away. Man, he was very low. Travis party on the Stukov, now getting run down between the slow on Lightning Breath and the barrel roll from Falstad to be able to poke him all the way down. Diva does get the full objective here, so Suds with Buds getting the wall, but also losing their healer. 25 seconds. Now there is a little bit of walk time here for the Punisher, but nothing that's going to allow that Stukov to be back for the full defense. Now, Suds with Buds also doesn't really have a cleanse here. They just have to eat the stun. So keep wall down. John Cena and his friends of BeatGen now on the fort. Diablo taking tower shots for a moment. John Cena is down, but half the keep is down. Taunt on the Diva. Stun on the Diva. Diva out of mech. Varian does eat. Oh, that was a big Blaze stun. Well done by Nolius. Diva does go down. And now we see Suds with Buds in full pursuit. Ooh, very close, but not quite on the jet propulsion stun again. Let's see. Blaze is the stun talent, or the jet propulsion talent, on both 16 and 13, giving him more stuns and more damage on his stun. So free camp for the side of Suds with Buds. I would like to see them try to push in or something, try to get something going here before the Diva is back. 15 seconds now and she will be there. As if they heard me from the future, here they are sieging in on their bottom fort. This one's going to pretty easily go down. Varian eating shots. I would have liked to have seen his banner perhaps be a little far forward to also take some shots, because I would like that fort to have died, and it did not. So level 20s on the side of BeatGen. We do see Super Wall for Tassadar, Aegis, or not Aegis, Shield of Hope for the Ariel. We see the Ablative Shielding for Diva Mech. We see Hellgate. There we see Hellgate used, and we see Wind Tunnel also used there by Tassadar. I would have liked to have seen BeatGen perhaps use the Wind Tunnel to then clear out the rest of that keep, but it's still hanging on, my friends. Still fighting. Suds with Buds does have to be very careful with the level 20 disadvantage, but several things were committed there. And Aegis is now back up. Actually, I don't know that Aegis was used there. Excuse me. Ooh, Blaze. Oh, nice. Nice silence puddle there. We do see the Shield of Hope. Now, Diablo is in a little bit of a spot here. If Varian can get that next taunt off in 4 seconds, will Diablo go down? Big stun. We see the gravity lapse. We see the Aegis. We now see the Diva mech protected on the Varian. So Diva mech does nothing. Silence puddle finishes off the Diablo. Varian taunt is 8 seconds away. Falstad does finish that middle. They don't have to respond right away, but it's not going to last forever. Blaze is on his way to clear that camp, and Suds with Buds definitely showing some energy here, seeing if they can get something on the map right now. The shrine is active. Maybe Tychus could get this here, but maybe it's better to stay together. BeatGen taking the cheeky camp up here, knowing that they don't want to go in on even talent tiers and down numbers here on the shrine. BeatGen deciding to siege in here on top. I do think that this late in the game they're going to be able to rip down that keep, and I don't know that Blaze can do anything to stop it. Yeah, top keep is gone. Suds with Buds nearly has this one finished. They are starting to back for defense on that top keep. They stopped the backs, which I think was wise in this case. I think they very much want to escort this Punisher and use it as kind of their fifth man while Blaze is cleaning up. Alright, they gotta be very careful. They know they're... Oh, we see the warning pings starting to go out. Blaze still cleaning back here. Diva coming in for the big flank. John Cena jumped in. We see the electric fence on the nice short timer. Let's see, what does it make it? A 10-second timer total? I think Suds with Buds wants to engage on this Diva instead of trying to siege in. She's just back here being a nuisance, and I think you just try to collapse on her. But if Falstad gets a flyover here, that could... Yep, here goes said flyover. Oh, that was a great taunt. It was also a really good Aegis. So, can Tychus get away? I don't know. Oh, Varian getting slapped. He's got the protected though. He gets out. That protected is doing a little bit of work. That silence puddle almost got the Falstad. Great slap back by Travis Party, but there is mounting core pressure. Can Diva get the slow? She's got it on Stukov. The shielding is starting to go down. The core is about to be taking permanent damage. Here we go, 97, 93, 90. Blaze is there trying to clean it up. There's 3 katas. We're down to 80. We see the desperate defense down here, but we lost 20% of the core. Alright. BeatGen looking for other ways to bring in some pressure. Suds with Buds needs to find another team fight win to break themselves back into this game. Jet Propulsion is a tough ability because it loses to everything. Just the physics of it. Now, Wind Tunnel is up again. We did just see Black Hole get used, but look at this pressure. 2 katas there. 2 katas there. They've got to come back. The pressure that BeatGen has built up throughout this map is making it so that Suds for Buds constantly has to be back here and defending, or they'll just lose to Winions. And so these top 2 lanes, every wave is generating a catapult, and no waves are generating catapults for Suds with Buds, so it doesn't take very long to have it be that, oh, we got to deal with that again. Here's another one. Here's the second one, causing trouble. I think this is wise of Suds for Buds to back up and not be too far out on the map while Blaze is trying to clean. Tychus is helping clean as well. This is going to be a tough fight, so BeatGen has their fountain there for this fight. I think that we wanted to have Kael'thas down here on this camp a little bit sooner. It's not that it took the whole keep, but just kind of what it all represents there. So now BeatGen is here on time with a lot of macro pressure that's going to buy them, I would guess, at least a 20-point lead on these Shrine Defenders. Oh, gutsy move. They leave the catapult and leave the Shaman camp. They're going in. We do see the Odin has been thrown. This is going to get ugly in here. This is going to have a lot of meat for the core to go through, and that's going to start firing. And there's another one here, but there's a fight. What am I doing? There's a fight. We're going to back this up. All right. So extremely even on the Shrine Defenders. Oh, we see the wall. We see the shadow charge for the wall bang. Varian does get to the opposite side of it. We see a gravity lapse. We see a jet propulsion. We see a wind tunnel that, while scary for Tychus, at least he has some armor. Oh, he does go down. Blaze was trying to give him a way out with the bunker. And back here, the core shielding is now basically gone. It's starting to take shots again. More catapults, more frenzied fighting here. Wono got a big heal from Nektar, who did take the super light Reservoir of Hope, I believe is what it's called. So he's slowly building up just these massive heals. Let's see. Yeah, he can get to a 2,400 point heal right now, which is kind of gross. So Suds with Buds is in a tricky spot right here because they don't have the numbers to do a full engage. They can't leave the core to just get beat on by the Winions. And so here we are with Linehouse as the diva, just able to slowly finish off the shrine, and then being able to pull that massive siege with the Punisher. And yes, it does give Suds with Buds time to come back alive, but they also have no fort, 25% core health gone, and pressure constantly pushing in on mid. So this is going to be a very difficult defense. Should they defend it, it might be with only shreds of health. We see that Wind Tunnel is up. Randy Newman is kind of waiting and biding his time. Taunt onto the Tassadar. Silence Puddle in the back. He does get very low there. I'm actually expecting I was going to say the Wind Tunnel any moment, but Stukov does go down. Varian is next, riding the black hole in a bad wave. And here we have a very healthy Punisher. There is the Wind Tunnel, and that is the ball game, folks. So this one will go over to BeatGen. Map Infernal Shrines. All right. So congratulations, BeatGen, on that Game 1 victory. Oh, I forgot to go to the game summary while there was still a game. That's the hard part about replay casting. That can be the hard part for sure. Well, let's see. Well, while we're waiting for the game to load, I will show off my fancy Nexus Gaming Series necktie. There we go, that's a better way to show it. Ektar and his wife, Occult Wiz, helped me get this designed with the NGS store. Oh good, I typed my password right. That always helps. Always helps. Pay no attention to the bans, my friends. The bans are wrong. I don't have a good way to fix it right now because I'm not that technologically savvy. Linehouse is showing in the chat, and he said he was going out tonight. So I don't know if he is not paying attention to his friends and family that he's out with and choosing some sweet, sweet NGS action, or if he's just lurking for that one more person in the chat. So thanks, Linehouse. All right. We are going to see if it will let my observer status remain. Let's find game number 2 and figure out which map we're going to, my friends. Downloads, match files, game number 2. It's still going to do the super loud thing again. All right, we're loading in, my friends. We are loading in. Though it's essentially downloading to that game every time somehow. I don't know how it does it. Once upon a time, little NGS lore fact, Jason was able to get them to open the tournament realm so that we could still have ways to cast replay games. And ooh-wee, this is loud again. Of course. And nope, it did not. It's too bad. Because it downloads the game back in each time, it doesn't save my observer skin. And apparently it doesn't even want to find the game each time on my OBS software. Alright, blue team we have over here Travis Party on the Brightwing, Morales NPC on the Asmodan, Nolius on the Leoric, Amphibigoat on the Vala, and Zloth on the ETC. For our red team we have Snag on the Joe, we have Ektar on the Rhaegar, we have Linehouse on the Blaze, we have Wono on the Orphea, and finally Randy Newman as the Rainer. You know, this is going to sound a little silly, but the spiciest pick in this game is actually Rainer. Because people just don't play the guy anymore because they think he's boring. But you know what? People say vanilla ice cream's boring too. But do you know what's the most highly sought after flavor in all of ice creamdom? Vanilla. Because it goes with everything. Just like Jimmy, old reliable Rainer. Now, for our next strange Rainer fact, James Rainer's middle name is Eugene. So a little bit of an experienced team, or advantage again for BeatGen. Not massive, but I'm actually surprised here at the commit for the camp. Not that sending people's bad, but I would have liked to have seen Yasmodan perhaps continue to rotate, work on his stacks. I would love to show them, but the Blizzard one kind of sucks. Ooh, we're up to 10. We're at 10. Rainer and Blaze down here, Terran teamwork. Yes, his name is Jim E. Rainer because it's James Eugene Rainer. I'm telling you, Zool rules. Vanilla ice cream is literally the highest selling flavor. Oh, big slide. ETC took a tower shot though. Rhaegar got a little bit hurt, but he's able to just wolf out of there. Ooh, sneaky juke. The whatever her shadow waltz, I think is the name of it's called, she hit, so she waltzed forward, which got her out of the Asmodan dunk. Which isn't really called dunk, but he's wearing the basketball skin. Come on now. Alright, so even though he's not Exterminator, he is definitely having some camp focus here. He is veteran, or ace in the hole. Alright, so extremely even on gems so far, very even on waves, though this wave right here is going to give a bit of a lead back to BeatGen. BeatGen trying to keep people off of this wave, but not getting a whole lot. A little bit of damage. And Ektar up here doing macro Rhaegar things. Ooh, rotation onto the Rainer. A boop to finish it. It was a 5-man commit though to get there. Oh, there's only 3, but it's always exciting when somebody has a chance. But because of that 5-man rotate, Ektar is up here just proving the experience lead. Oh, does Loth get all 20 in? Yes, he does. So turn-in is available for both teams. We do have BeatGen holding more of their gems. Suds With Buds has turned more of their gems. Oh, Ektar. Boom. Ektar dumps some gems in. Snag's got a bunch. Snag could finish turn-in. Linehouse is going to be close. Alright, Terran teamwork in the bottom. Working out. Getting that turn in. So 7 more for BeatGen. I mean, it still needs to be Snag that turns in, but... Oh, them blue gems just fading away. You hate to see it. Oh, power slide on the Orphea. Lots of damage out onto her, but the heal is able to make it. The red Web Weavers get there first. I believe Linehouse likes to call them Weeb Weavers. Maybe that's ancient history, but we'll toss it out there for him. Thanks for moderating the chat there, Zool Rules, keeping them strange view bots out. I don't want to buy your views, because that just sounds like a scam. Blaze eating quite a bit of that drained hope. Nolius is able to get away. It feels sometimes like Leoric can't be ganked, but I promise he can, but sometimes it feels like he's pretty impervious to it. And Teamwork Terrans down here again, making Leoric's day miserable. Azmodan's starting to come in. A big dunk might be all that he needs to really save some damage off of this fort. Let's see, 72 stacks so far for the Asmo dunk. So 10's on the horizon. BeatGen is a little closer there. They definitely got some map pressure out, cleaning up cannon towers, doing a little bit of fort damage. And here we are, good old Jimmy Raynor down here cleaning stuff up again, acting like he's Exterminator. Ooh, good long distance delay from Linehouse with the flame stream. I don't remember, what's that one called, Blaze? Let's see. Spot bait. It's called Flame Stream. Alright, another camp for our blue team of Suds With Buds. They are looking for that turn-in. 10s are available on both sides. We see Rain of Vengeance. We see, I believe that's, yep, Tide of Sin. We see the Entomb, the Mosh, and the Blink Heal. We see Ancestral. We see Eternal Feast. We see Bunker displayed on full usage right there. Ooh, an Entomb on the Blaze. The Bunker's already down. Eternal Feast is going out there. And the Ancestral, so Blaze survives ETC and Leoric fall, and no turn-in has been made yet for our blue team, and some gems do fall there. And now turn-in again for our red team. They're going to finish it here with Linehouse finishing the final 11 coming out of his 20. So double turn-in for our red team. Red team pushing up here on the wave. This wave is really far forward, which means the Web Weavers will land right here in front of the fort. So that's a good news for them. another in tune. Joe can't get out of it. Blessed Shield does go out. Joe's very low, but she gets the big slow. And Leoric is after her. ETC goes down. Joe goes down. Raynor is just peppering the Vala. We see the phase shift in from the Brightwing. I don't know that Leoric survives now. A jet propulsion stun. And now with their front line down, our blue team of Suds with Buds has to be very careful here. They do get the top cleared, but bot and mid both fall. So we see some strong team fighting prowess from BeatGen, as well as being able to turn those team fight wins into macro advantages. On Raynor's Banshee, I don't know that I ever said that for his ult, but that's this little flying dude right here that regens ridiculously fast for a summon when he's not being attacked. Linehouse gets away, but where it was a lone Leoric, I don't know that he would have died. But alright, our blue team of Suds with Buds still looking for their first turn in, but with no forts up, it makes it much easier for BeatGen to control the turn in space. Level 13s are just a hair away for our blue team. The Orc checking the boss. Morales NPC will finish the turn in. And they have this camp ready to be capped. There we go. We did see Linehouse sneaking down towards that bottom camp, but the timing was just slightly off for him to be able to cap it. So this defense looks to be somewhat easy for BeatGen, having the camp in mid, having bot very far pushed out, and having the full wall here on top to help there. So mid is essentially gone. They're running towards top now to get the defense there. Alright, well the summon auto attacks. Ooh, that was a big jet propulsion stun into the Eternal Feast, into the Blessed Shield with the Subdue Slow, turning into a dead Vala and dead ETC. So well done on the engagement there. Props to Linehouse. Don't let him get too big of a head. I don't want him thinking that I'm just supporting Dodgers fans all of a sudden, but it was a good play. And so good work BeatGen, having the coordination on that. They are ready for the boss with bottom being cleared. They are now on it. Raynor pew-pewing away. Oh, the Banshee. Ooh. Randy Newman was able to keep the Banshee from getting pistol whipped by the boss. Oh, the dunk. It's threading the needle there and missing, unfortunately. So BeatGen does have turn in. I would like to have seen, Snag turn around and turn in. Your friend was turning in. Why aren't you turning in, Snag? So no boss turn in for our red team. Maybe they will turn in immediately after the boss. We see the Asmodan dunk coming in, but really only hitting the boss there. We still see Vala and ETC in bot lane, Vala being the primary way to clear this boss. We're up 16s for the side of BeatGen. Ooh, Amphibigoat, you gotta be careful. Oh, the Blessed Shield for the instant mosh delete. Randy Newman is cornered, but he is fighting back. That was a call an ambulance, but you type of moment. Otherwise, that's not the same for them. Quite the turnaround there on that engagement. Raynor having the ability to sustain in that moment and then just turn around and start giving them some pepper. Oh, Raynor also does pretty well against the ETC, having that interrupt and push back on his penetrating round. And BeatGen up numbers is pinging for the camp. They are also up talent tier, and they've got some pretty good clear there. I don't know that Suds with Buds really wants to push in on this. And in fact, Morales NPC giving them the last bit of damage to clear there. I don't know that they get the York there. They did finish the turn-in. Snag finally doubled back and did that. Thanks, Snag. And now they're pushing in with some pepper on the walls from Rainer. Throwing his own little version of graffiti out there. They camp, keeping the wave very pushed in so that this web weaver is going to land right on the port or keep wall. The wave gets instant deleted by Asmodan dunks. Jet propulsion, blessed shield, big slow, the eternal feast, but even the Vala is able to get out. The web weaver summons taking so many shots there. And again, the Asmodan free clearing the wave. Top is starting to be in trouble though from the wave pushing up there. Bottom was successfully defended, but mid does go down, and top is likely also to go down. Oh yeah, it's not long for this world. So great patience by the side of BeatGen, waiting for 20s, looking for what they can get, not trying to force too much. They are slowly whittling away at Suds with Buds here. I do think it's going to be a tough one for Suds to overcome. They've got to chill. They've got to try to close that experience gap. One thing that's really a little bit counter to what people want to do is you kind of got to let the waves come into you and then clear them after they've cleared your own wave. Otherwise, by the time you're 18, you've already delivered 20 to the other team. Big turn in. This will buy them some time, but the hard part is it won't give them a ton of push. It's really just going to try to help them get toward 20. Extra X, I'm not sure if you typed message deleted by moderator or if it actually got deleted, but I think you typed it. Otherwise, I don't know that it would say your name still in the chat. So mid web weaver just gets melted. They are 18s, but they are so very much wanting to find that 20. That was a 10-second interrupt on ETC there. It is not a full 120. He will now have it back because that also, except that he dies. So he won't have it back because he dead. He'll have it back in 50 seconds. But BeatGen moving in. There's no forts to be stopping them, no keeps to hold them back. It was extra XP. Big jet propulsion. The Eternal Feast finishes off. Well, Rainer finishes off the New York. Lots of people in the bunker, more Terran teamwork there. And this core is melting. We see another Vala death there. And this is a 2-0 in favor of BeatGen. So congratulations, BeatGen, on your victory from nearly 2 months ago. And this time, when I go to the summary screen, I'm going to remember to show stats. Stats. All right, so here's some talents for everybody. We see a trait build Orphea and just one thing left to complete the Mind Devourer quest. You were close, Wono. You were close. Stats. Wono leading the way on hero damage. Linehouse getting a grip of siege damage, but to not be undone, look at that siege damage from the immortal Morales NPC Asmodan. 193,000, doing a great job. Highest experience in the game. It was definitely a tough one for our blue team of Suds with Buds to get kills, and that 2-11 death just made it so that BeatGen was able to still be there on the map and clear things somewhat for free. So congratulations, BeatGen, again on your victory from 2 weeks ago, or not 2 weeks ago, 2 months ago almost now. But it was a pleasure to highlight it. These two teams are the two teams that I might potentially face in the playoffs, and so I wanted to find a match that I was two teams I hadn't cast, but it also has the benefit of I get to see some of their play. So congratulations, BeatGen. Well played, Suds with Buds as well. It's been a great season. It's an honor to be in the division with all of you. My name is Valcomer. This has been NGS Rewind. For my traditional shout out, hi mom. If you would like to know more about NGS, check out nexusgamingseries.org. Find us on the Discord. Season 20 is wrapping up at the moment. We're just starting into the playoffs, but Season 21 is only a couple of months away. So again, that's nexusgamingseries.org. My name is Valcomer, and have a great night, everybody.